Hi. So, it's the end of the year. Another year done. I don't really... I was going to say I don't really care that much, but I have to kind of... I usually make a yearly, what are we doing next year kind of video. Mostly as I tide it over to kind of be like thankful for what's happened this year and what's going to happen next year. I got coffee. That's what I got. So the obvious to stand out as the highlights of this year, we passed 1,000 subscribers. I did the podcast with Mid-Level Media. My videos have done amazingly well. It turns out people really like when I talk about physical media. Who would have known? I finally found my forte. I believe it was last year I changed to Collector Creations from Telecreations, but that still has been a wonderful step in the right direction. I mean, as a whole, this year has been terrific, and you guys have been wonderful. It's been really interesting discussing things in comments and forums. It's been interesting diving into new branches of physical media. There's obviously been some ups and downs. Disney leaving Australia was a huge downer. Potentially what might be happening if Sony leaves us, but I've heard that that's not actually happening. They're just finding a different distributor. So it's always still an air of, oh no, shit could go bad as a physical media collector in Australia, but that's kind of always the deal. But hey, turns out pirating and bootlegs are like really popular, so you know, I mean, it's obviously a hand-in-hand thing, because I always jokingly say the pirating, yaha, and whatever, because I used to do that as a teenager. But it turns out bootlegs are kind of in the same market, like almost literally, so I didn't realize so many people were doing that. And I'm like, hey, look, alright, I learn new things every day. And, you know, respect to the physical media collectors who will go out of their way to find a bootleg so they can have their movie or show on physical. I put more prize in that than I do, again, spending $70 on one movie from a big corporation like Disney. So, you know, usually obviously imported. But yeah, so it's been a really good year. I've done a lot of things I didn't expect to do in terms of the styles of how I change my videos, mostly to focusing on physical media. The this weekends have been good. Obviously, those will continue endlessly. It used to be a this month in, and I thank God I stopped doing it that way, because, yeah, I obviously buy a lot of stuff. But yeah, so I think even the last this weekend of this year is just like such a long video, because there's just so much I've gotten in for December. But I'm also getting in so much stuff still, so it's like, yeah, a lot of pre-orders have finally dropped and I'm getting stuff in now. But yeah, so I don't know how consistent those will be next year, because I assume at some stage I'm going to be like, yeah, I need to stop buying stuff, like cut it out a bit, you know. I benefited this year from having my over 1,800 plus movie Blu-ray collection video, which came out in May, June period. That was a real trial and tribulation to get through as a video. It did very well. I'm happy it was well received. It was bloody hard to edit and film, and I literally had to stop myself from buying movies for like a solid month and a half, which was crazy. So I benefited there with some pocket, but you know, yeah. But I think for the rest of it, it's been good. I'm enjoying doing the what I watched in December. I pin it as films I watched, but I do add some TV shows in there, because I just watch more films than I do TV shows. But I like doing that as well. Of course, you can follow my Letterboxd, and I never link it, but I am on Serialized, which is the one for TV shows. I'm also got an Instagram account now as well, because it turns out Instagram's really fun to post things on. So I occasionally post about new releases I've gotten in, add some stories about what movies I'm watching. Of course, Letterboxd, I'm updating that every day as to what movie I'm watching, because I usually watch a movie a day. I try my best. I've hit over 400 this year, which has been really fun. Because the last time I had this amount was back in 2019 when I did over 500. but that was a hell of a year. This year I benefited from my partner being in America for 6 months, so I just had like months of just I have nothing to do in the afternoons except for just either make videos or watch films. So yeah, but I did the interviews with Lee Gambin. Oh, that was August last year. Still, that was good. There was the one with Caitlin Kohler as well and Freya. I still enjoy doing those interview shows. They're very rare that I do them, few and far between, but I like interviewing people who I have an interest in a creative field. So, yeah, as a continuation, those, I don't know, whenever I find someone I want to talk to or is willing to discuss things, because I've asked other people and they just haven't been interested, so it is what it is. But, yeah, so that's going well. The video essay kind of format I do, not really professional video essays of me actually scripting something and doing study and doing like utilizing my university degree. I'm not doing any of that. I haven't done that for such a long time. I miss doing it, but I don't have the time and the energy, mostly not because of this, but because of my day job. It's just so mind-numbing that by the time I get home, I just want to watch movies and not think, or at least not have to think about writing a constructive essay, despite how many times I have ideas for videos. But yeah, so I like the whole just me sitting, like talking here, spitballing about things. Obviously, the ones where I talk about physical media have a lot more reception than the ones where I just talk about films, which I'm okay with because it's like, look, I'm sure I'm monetized now. I have not seen a dime from YouTube, so if after 6 months or something there is no overall guarantee I'm going to get money, then I might just kind of like cut out ads for a bit. I don't know. I think my brother did the same thing where he just wasn't getting anything from it, and he just stopped putting ads on his channel because he wasn't getting anything. Why force his subscribers to go through ads? Which I understand that too. So it's like I know a bunch of people I have as subscribers are YouTube Premium people. Because it tells me that. It tells me that, like, oh, your main income is coming from YouTube Premium and then from other ads and then from YouTube Shorts. And they want me to do more YouTube Shorts, but I'm only going to do YouTube Shorts randomly. I hate doing YouTube Shorts. It's just, it's not my thing. I don't like doing it that much. I don't mind it, but it's like, I don't know. They feel like cheaper videos because you just whip out your phone, film something quickly, upload it. Like, I don't even need to edit those realistically. I occasionally still will. I'll upload it to my, airdrop it to my phone, from my phone to my Mac, and edit it there, and then upload it. That still works fine. But yeah, the Anatomy of a Blu-ray is still going to continue. That's obviously my Blu-ray review series. I know I don't call it Blu-ray reviews, and I probably would get a lot more clicks and views if I did, but I like having things with titles. It's my shit. So, yeah, anyway, those are still going strong, I guess. I don't know, just random films. I have so many that it's like, I don't have the time to go through all of them, so I want to try to go through ones that I think are more obscure, like especially Australian releases, like The Cost and the Shin Ultraman release. But yeah, so yeah, I think for the most part these are going well. I if I get more crazy box sets in, I'll do maybe more unboxing videos, but given I'm in Australia, things are so delayed that most of the time, by the time I get something of interest, people have already made really good videos on it, so I'm like, well, there's no point in me doing that. People have already done that. Obviously, I still could, and I can get views from it. It's not a hard thing to do. You know, sometimes people won't know something exists, and then they'll see my video and be like, oh shit, I didn't know that was a thing. And then they're like, hey, now you're informed, you know. I don't think I have anything overly crazy or inventive plan for next year. It'll be the same shtick, you know. I found the stuff that works. If I do anything crazy, it'll be going back and doing short films or something, but I'm not really in the mood for doing that. I have ideas. I always have ideas. But, yeah, I don't know. I want to do more interviews. I like doing the interviews. They have a lot of work to put into them because there's, like, months of preparation, and then there's, like, the editing, and then there's releasing, and I'm trying to advertise for them more, especially with YouTube Shorts and whatever, like I did with the one with Freya. So, yeah, but, no, I've enjoyed this year. It's been less challenging than most years, mostly because I've just had videos that have just blown up, and I like looking at videos that are like, oh, this one got like between 500 and 2,000 views, and this one got like 50 to 60, and I'm like, hey, at least I'm still getting more than 50, you know, like, I'm like, I always had that mindset in my earlier years of YouTube where it's like, oh, hey, as long as I'm getting more than a classroom full of, views, so more than 30, I feel like I'm doing well. So, like, I feel like a video that's gotten 100 views is like, yeah, triple digits. But then I get a video that's got like 500 then to 2,000 views, and I'm just like, fuck, alright, sure, I'll take it. It's not benefiting me in any way. Those ones that have the more views, I get more monetization from, sure. But, like, realistically, I'm not actually benefiting. It just means I'm getting more of a reach. More people are enjoying the videos. More people are liking what I'm talking about, or at least are being informed by it. So, yeah. And also, I'm whipping out some of those random, like, oh, here's a hot topic thing, like the death of physical media one for Disney in Australia, and then the recent one talking about Sony and whatever. Like, those are things I heard on the day, filmed, edited, released the next day, or within a 2-day period. Like, I don't usually have time to do that kind of stuff. Again, having the day job, most news comes out either early in the morning for me, or late at night, and I don't have time to film or edit, and I'm like, I want something to come out immediately, because obviously I want to be on the bandwagon of, oh, we got to talk about this, but also I'm like, yeah, but I also want people to know as soon as possible that something is happening. There's the bandwagon like thing of, like, not exactly FOMO, but like, I want to be in this conversation, but also like, I want other people to know, because obviously, it goes around and people discover it and people learn about it, and yeah, it helps. It is also, it's not just a thing for me for getting views and getting popularity. It's also yeah, but people need to know this shit. It's like I'm a journalist or some bullshit, like, clickbaity title. Here's a really informative deep dive video, including my, opinion and what's happening, what's fact, what's fiction. God, it is like journalism, isn't it? I mean, I guess that applies to my degree, but still. Yeah, so next year will just be the same stuff. If I can come up with ideas for videos. I imagine I'll run out of ideas eventually, because when you limit yourself to a topic, you can kind of be like, oh shit, and like eventually I'll have to do like more anatomy for Blu-rays or stuff like that, where I'm like, here is my haul, and here's what I think of these transfers and stuff, and if I got to be more nitty-gritty, more specific, so be it. If I get a new job or something and like that starts playing up, then I'm like, look, I'm going to have to cut back down to 2 videos a week, or it's like, I'm enjoying the 3 videos a week. Actually, it's really fun. But yeah, so ideally, I can still just make videos, but I don't know if life stuff could get in the way. Because again, this is my job, this is my hobby. If stuff gets in the way and I can't release a video on a certain week, then that's just what I got to deal with. Most of the time, and you will have probably noticed this if you've been following me for the past couple of years or even the past couple of months, especially the past couple of months, where my hair color has dramatically changed from being brown, purple, shaved, and then whatever this is now. Like, if you see stuff like that in the same week of like 3 different hairstyles, I've got a video that I filmed months ago, a video I filmed a month ago, and a video I've just filmed this week, all coming out at the same time. So I like to backlog just in case. So yeah. I will say notable things, because I do plan to do some different variety of videos where, like, I want to do another... I occasionally will remake videos I've already done prior. So, like, my Criterion collection, stuff like that, my Blu-ray collection. I'm not going to do another Blu-ray collection for at least another year. Like, I don't mind doing that bi-yearly. So every 2 years I'll do a new one, because that's kind of the way I've been doing it. And obviously it's just more and more work for me. So, especially because I've hit over 2,000 Blu-rays now, it's like, shit. So by the time I do it next time, I assume I'll have, like, between 2,000 to 3,000. So that won't be great, but I would like to do another, like, an updated Criterion collection, like doing collections based on brands that I have, to see basically what I have, to see what people might suggest. I don't know. They're mostly because they're easier videos to make, but also because a lot of people occasionally, like, I'll get comments on really old collection videos being like, wow, you should get this one or that one. I'm thinking, I already have those. I should just make a new video so people can watch that. I had like a guy comment with 6 to 7 different comments on my old Blu-ray collection video, and he was telling me I should update it, make a new one. I'm like, I literally did 6 months ago. This video just still exists because it gets views. I'm not going to like take it down. Some of those Blu-rays I don't even have anymore. So, yeah. Anyway, so as an overall, thanks for this year. It has been wonderful. Thanks to everyone who has subscribed, for the people I met at the Astor. It's so bizarre, but love meeting fans. It's not something I think of as, oh, I have fans. Like, yes, I don't know. People who watch my videos, love you. It's great. Yeah, I'm looking forward to next year. God knows what will happen, but I'm hoping for some interesting stuff, especially like life changes stuff. I need to get out of my dead end job and actually do something that seems interesting and important. So, yeah. But as an overall, thanks for watching. Stick around for next year. I guess if you have recommendations, if you have like, hey, I'd like to see you dive into this or whatever, let me know. Comment sections are always open for considerable ideas, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah. So yeah. All right. Well, thanks for watching. See you next time. See you next year. Next year's first few videos will be the this weekend roundup for the end of December, including Christmas, and the what's that thing? The what I watched in December video. So yeah, it'll be a just hopefully just those two next week because it's going to be a busy week. So yeah, all right, bye.